Okay. Um, all right. So you were talking during the sermon about, I guess, things we shouldn't trust in, including like sororities, fraternities, and things like that. And I just wanted to ask, in general, as far as any group that has secret oaths, secret commitments, your thoughts for the church and recommendations for Christians regarding any group that has secret oaths or secret commitments?
This is a good question. So this wasn't the focus of the morning's message, but I did mention some groups. So should a Christian be involved where in groups where secret oaths are being taken? For example, one of the ones that is common is religious people used to be involved in all the time, the Masons, where you have these secret oaths that people go through. The believer has one Lord, and we confess Jesus Christ. He's our confession. The early church also struggled with these secret groups, secret religions. They took special oaths, and those secret oaths and the practices associated with them are really demonic. And so as a Christian, we should avoid these type of things. I kind of liken them to Paul talks about in 1 Corinthians 10, should we eat meat offered to idols? Well, he says eating meat offered to idols is okay, but you shouldn't do it in the idol's temple. Why? Because the people who worship those things worship demons, whether they realize it or not. They're worshiping demons. And so Paul recognized that these secret organizations are really problematic for the believer because of the lordship of Jesus Christ. In 1 Corinthians 10, if you were to read it, you'd see him contrast how can a Christian sit at the table and take the Lord's table and then sit at another table with demons. He says that doesn't make sense. It's contradictory. And so that text, as well as 2 Corinthians chapter 6, which also speaks about the idea that Christians should not be unevenly yoked with unbelievers, and that's what's happening with those secret oaths. You're taking an oath to bind yourself to those individuals in that cult, and so you should definitely stay away from those type of things. It doesn't matter what it is. And there's a lot of those type of organizations. You're very right, brother. Christians ought to avoid those things. Yeah, good question.